Good afternoon, everyone. We'll continue our session with the leftover topic on example on the extension principle of fuzzy sets. So in the last session, we have done with converting fuzzy set A or transforming fuzzy set A. Rather than say converting, we say transforming. So we have transformed fuzzy set A into the fuzzy set B based on this particular mapping function. Okay, so and here what we did is say imagine this is the discrete fuzzy set A given to us, and this is the mapping function given to us. Based on these two, what we did, we have just simply transformed by using the principle of extension. So here the generic variable values are nothing but -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. These are generic variable values, and the transformed fuzzy set B of y can be written as something like this in general. And this B of y we can write as equal to what called the mu a of x1, as it is will come over here, by y1. So what is y1? Y1 is computed from the generic variable values of the values coming from the universe of discourse x, capital X. So here we'll take -2, and this -2 is simply substituted in this particular mapping function to get y1. Similarly, we get various values for the universe of discourse values, the values which are there in universe of discourse of y, capital Y, as y2, y3, y4, y5, and so we have got all these values. So mu b of -1, mu b of -1, we have got we are having the membership function as 0.1 as it is, and mu b of -3 is equal to zero point 0.4, and mu b of -3, resultant is -3, is equal to 0.8. And by putting all this, we got this particular new transformed fuzzy set B. Okay, now if you observe this fuzzy set B carefully, what we have got here is, and each and every function here, simply we have replaced here mu of x1 is replaced for mu a of x1 is replaced with mu b of y1. Same thing has been written over here. Mu a of x2 is written as equal to mu b of x2. So similar to that, we have simply expanded this for all these functional values. So b of y we can write as equal to 0.1 by -1 plus zero point 0.4, all these things. Now in this equation, if you see, we have got we stopped at this point in the previous class. I will continue from this. So here we have repetitive generic values of units of discourse of y as -1 here and -1 here. Similarly, -3 here, -3 here. So we solve this by applying the condition. What is the condition we solve? We consider the maximum of the membership functions among these two. For -1, maximum is 0.9. 0.9 is taken here. And for -3 generic value of y, we have max of mu a of something like, this is x2, this is x3, this is x4, like that we're going to have. So therefore, let us solve this particular thing over here, and we'll write it separately now. The resultant fuzzy set b of y is equal to, I can write as equal to, and this value -1 is nothing but y1, -3 is y2, -3 is again y3, this is y4, -1 is y4, and 3 is y5. And the membership function values are going to be same as the membership function values for the fuzzy set A, which I can write as equal to 0.1. Here is 0.1 same, 0.4 zero point 0.4 same, 0.8 zero point 0.8 same, 0.9 zero point 0.9 same, and 0.3 zero point 0.3 same values we got. Now if you see carefully, there is a duplication of values for y1 and y4. This y1 is equal to y4. Therefore we'll find out simply the union of these two, that is 0.1 union of 0.9 by -1, and similarly 0.4 union of 0.9 by minus 0.4 union of 0.8 by minus 3. So these two, that is has got the same similar generic values of y. Therefore, we'll combine these two with a max criteria plus 0.3 by 3 as it is. So among these two, zero point 0.1 and zero point 0.9, zero point 0.9 is maximum. So therefore, we'll write 0.9 as the membership function for the set B. And minus 1 is going to be the value for these two membership functions. Similarly, between 0.4 and 0.8, 0.8 is maximum. So therefore, I'll write 0.8 by minus 3 plus 0.3 by 3. So therefore, B of y we can write as equal to simply 0.9 by minus 1, 0.8 by minus 3, 0.3 by 3. So this is the final transformed fuzzy set B when fuzzy set A and a mapping function is given to us. Okay. So this is the problem or an example given for the discrete fuzzy set. Okay. So let us try to go with another example of the discrete fuzzy set. Now in this example, once again, as the example is given in the form of a discrete fuzzy set, so the same procedure is normally implemented here. The membership function is given as equal to 3 minus 3x square plus x. So this function I can write as equal to y is equal to f of x. So mu a of x by x is given something like this, where the universe of discourse of x is equal to minus 50 to 50. So that means here the values, whatever that falls in these generic values, should compulsorily lie in this range. So this is lying in this range because it is starting from 0 and ending at 4. So this range is falling in minus 50 to plus 50. And hence, this is going to be a valid fuzzy set for the discourse, for a universe of discourse capital X. And we have to derive or transform another fuzzy set B from these two given data. Okay. So we'll find out fuzzy set B, which is going to be sum of the membership function of B of y by y. You have to find out. So this entire relationship we have to find out. Let us try looking into this now. Okay. So the function given is something like a of x is equal to this one, 0.2 by 0, 0.7 by 1, 0.5 by 2. All this is given, and y is equal to f of x equal to minus 3x squared plus x is given to us. So similar procedure we employ, and we'll write down the generic variables from the universe of discourse x as x is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 we can write. So y is equal to f of x is equal to minus 3x squared plus x is the mapping function. So we'll find out y1, y2, y3, y4, and y5 by substituting the values. X is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2, x is equal to x is equal to 4 in the mapping function. So once you substitute, you get y1, y2, y3, y4, y5 something like this, as y1 is equal to 0, y2 is minus 2, y3 is minus 10, y4 is minus 24, and y5 is minus 44. So this is the function which is nothing but the transformed fuzzy set from the given data. So this is the example. Now there is no duplication here. If you see carefully, there is no duplication in the values of the generic variables on universe of discourse capital Y. So this is 0, minus 2, minus 10, minus 24, minus 44. There is no duplication of values, and therefore we are going to stop it here in representing the final fuzzy set B, which is the transformed version from fuzzy set A. Now, this is the example for a discrete fuzzy set. Now next example we see a continuous fuzzy set, right? So we look into the another example considering a continuous fuzzy set. Let's say the universe of discourse for fuzzy set A is going to be minus 10 to 10, where we can represent this fuzzy set A as a continuous. So remember, whenever I say a continuous representation, we use integration. Whenever we have a discrete fuzzy set, we use summation symbol. These two are the representations. You never integrate this thing over here with integrate. We never integrate this mu a of x by x and never apply summation. Okay, for this relationship for discrete fuzzy set. It is just a representation to indicate that a fuzzy set A or any fuzzy set for that matter is a continuous fuzzy set or a discrete fuzzy set. If a set is going to be continuous fuzzy set, we represent by using integration symbol. If it is discrete fuzzy set, we represent by using a summation symbol. This is what the important concept which you have to remember. And this membership function, that means the nature of this fuzzy set purely depends on the membership function, and the membership function is given as equal to a Gaussian function. Okay, as x-axis is going to be x, it varies from 0 to 0.9, Gaussian membership function. And then second, write a is equal to integral of x, and this mu a I can write as equal to Gaussian function as whatever given by x we can write. And the mapping function given is going to be as f of x is equal to x square minus 3 when x greater than 0. That means when the values of x are going to be more than 0, this function holds good. When the values of x is going to be less than or equal to 0, up to 0, less than up to 0, the value is going to be simply x. So this is the mapping function given, let us say. And the universal of discourse of set B is going to lie between minus 10 to 10. Okay. So we have to go up to minus 10 to 10. Let us look into such a continuous fuzzy set. Okay. Right. Now this figure A is nothing but the fuzzy set A represented in terms of the membership function, and the membership function for fuzzy set A is going to be a Gaussian membership function. So the mean value is going to be 0. The mean value we got as equal to 0, therefore at 0 we got a maximum value, and all these are the values which we are going to get. Mean value at 0. Okay, and we are starting at 0 as this value, and this is a bell-shaped curve called as a Gaussian function, and this is the fuzzy set A representation. And next function is going to be a mapping function. This function f of x is equal to x square minus 3 if x greater than 0, and f of x is equal to x if f is less than or equal to 0. First of all, let us take less than 0. Okay, so let us say x is taking minus 3, minus 2, like that. Okay, so the value, say for example, if x value is equal to minus 2. Now what is the value of this function y? It will be minus 2 only. If it is minus 1, the value is going to be minus 1 here. When it is 0, the value is going to be 0 here. The value of y is going to be 0 when x value is equal to 0. That means it is simply holding a linear relationship. As x is going to vary linearly, y is also going to vary linearly. That means y is changing in proportion to x up to here. And later on, say for example, when x1 is taken as equal to say 1, which is greater than 0, so 1 square is nothing but 1, it is minus 3 is nothing but minus 2, so we're getting minus 2 here. That means when x1 or when the value of x is 1, what is the value of f of x? It is minus 2. When the value of x is minus 2, the value of f of x is equal to minus 2. That means it is showing us a many to one relationship once again. This is what the pointer which you have to really understand over here. Okay, that means once again we can use the same membership function to really figure out. And this figure A is going to be the fuzzy set A represented by using the membership function mu a of x as a bell-shaped curve, where the x is going to have the independent values, and here also this is going to be called as f of x, or y is equal to f of x, and x-axis is going to be x, and this is going to be the function for this. Okay. So up to 2, say for example, x is equal to 2, 2 square is going to be 4, okay, minus 3. So that is going to be equal to 1 approximately. So it'll be going towards slowly 1 up to 1 here. After 2, this is before 2 actually. At 2, it will be having value 1. So at 1, at 2 of x, when x is equal to 2, it will having a value 1 over here. So at x is equal to 3, what is the value? It is 3, 3 square is 9. 9 minus 3 is going to be 6. So like this, the value is simply increasing here drastically. Okay. So, well, that means this is the graph which we have got as the f of x function. And last one, this graph is going to be, this figure C is going to be called as fuzzy set B after substituted with the extension principle. So after applying extension principle, we normally going to get this particular graph. Let us see how we got this particular graph. Okay. See these relationships over here right now. Now the contradiction here is what? X1 and x2 are the two different values. Let us imagine x1 is taken as equal to 1. Let us imagine x2 is taken as equal to minus 2. Now x1 and x2 are two different values, and these two belong to the universe of discourse capital X. That means x1 and x2 are not same. But what is the resultant function? Y is equal to f of x, which is going to be same, which is going to be minus 2. So I can write this as equal to y star, where y star is still belong to y, because y is extending from minus 10 to plus 10, and it is lying in between minus 10 to plus 10. This minus 2 is lying between minus 10 and plus 10, and therefore it is going to be a valid generic variable on the universe of discourse y. So therefore in this case, the membership value of fuzzy set B at y is equal to y star will be what now? Maximum of these two has to be taken. So maximum of these two means what? Let us find out. At x is equal to x1, what is the mu a of x1? This is the mu a of x1, around nearer to 0.5 we get. And next at x is equal to x2, what is the membership function? It is going to be mu a of x2. Mu a of x2 is going to be around 0.1, nearer to 0.1. So among these two, which is maximum? So nearer to 0.5, mu a of x1 is maximum than mu a of x2, which is the maximum. So mu a of x1 is going to be maximum than the mu a of x2. So what is mu a of x1? It is somewhat nearer to 0.6 or 0.5, something like that. So that means this value is going to be same. So you should get nearer to 0.5 value. So like this, we normally going to draw a graph for all the values. When you draw a graph, we simply going to get this kind of a graph for y. So this is what the fuzzy set B derived or transformed by using the extension principle for a continuous fuzzy set B, represented by the continuous Gaussian variable, random variable. Okay. Then the last thing is going to be something like in the previous slides we have discussed about y is equal to f of x. That means y is a function of only single variable. See this here. This y is a function of only single variable x. Right. So now we can extend this. Y is going to be a function of many variables of x, such as f of x1, comma x2, comma x3, comma so on up to xn. The values of x could be many, but the resultant value is going to be only one, called as y. So in that case, how do we normally write this function as? So we just represent this function here to end up this particular session for this session of for using the extension principle. So suppose there is a function f which is a mapping function from n-dimensional Cartesian space as x1 into x2 into x3 so on up to xn to a one-dimensional universe of discourse y, such that y is going to be represented like y is equal to f of x1 x2 x3 so on up to xn. And suppose this a1 a2 a3 a4 so on up to an are n fuzzy sets of a with the universe of discourse x1 x2 x3 capital x1 x2 x3 so on up to xn respectively, then the extension principle asserts that the membership function values of set B induced by mapping function is defined by similar to the previous one we used, where I can write max of mu b of y is nothing but is equal to max of what we have written, max of mu a of x when it is going to be a single function. So now when it's going to be multiple functions, we'll write a minimum of I, mu a of I of xi, we'll write when the inverse of y is not is equal to null value. When it is not a null, we represent by using this relationship. When it is null, it is made equal to directly 0. So this is the extension principle for n-dimensional space of a universal set X. Okay. So this is where we stop our session here now, right now. Okay. So next session with this, we have done with unit number 1 and almost we're done with unit number 2. Okay. And next session we'll continue with the last topic of unit number 2, and then after that we continue with unit number 3. Okay, so one more class is required for us to end up unit number 2. Thank you very much for the today's session.